Hey, it's me, Tom Bosley, or Team Farrell, whatever you prefer, back from 3D Skill with another update for the Windows plugin for Cinema 4D. So the window maker is the window plugin is a window maker for Cinema 4D, a procedural window maker for Cinema 4D, with which are 71 different window types now possible. And I just released a big update and with a lot of new functionalities. And when we have a look at this figure here, we can see all the new functionalities I implemented. First, you can see here the new bars inside and outside method. So let's have a look here to Cinema 4D, and we can see here a window type. And if I activate here the bars, so maybe the grid here, you can see the bars are just visible on the outside of the window. So this is pretty a very common bars method in the real world. So it's called Vienna bars. So the bars are glued onto the surface of the window, and a customer asked me if I also can implement the bars on the inside of the window. So this is a second method. So this is basically it's used to divide the windows in different to divide the window. So here I implemented here now the bars two-sided. So simply click that this global bars parameter here, two-sided. As you can see, it's now also visible on the inside of the window. The next thing I implemented here was a new window type, the corner window. So when we head over to Cinema 4D, you can see here now here are the window types, and I simply open this menu, and here you can see the new window type corner. I simply click it. As you can see, it creates here a corner with a frame here, and everything is working the same as we know from the other window types. So here I can just activate here the sill. So you can see it creates here a sill, and it's a little bit different to the other window types. And yeah, also here the sill size and the inner sill here like this. And I can also tilt the left segment, the right segment, open the left segment, the right, and change here also the frame and the handle position here. Maybe right, handle position right, left, or the top or something. So okay, and let's demonstrate this here on a real wall. So I have here now this wall. So I simply snap it here. So I simply snap it here to the corner here, of course, and create now a bool object here. Create bool and drag this bool object into this null object. As you can see here now, it cuts it out. And now when I change here the window offset, so I can also offset the window. So as you can see, it changed here the width based on this offset parameter. So yeah, you can give it a little offset, maybe 10 centimeters or something, or 5 centimeters. So this is a good offset. And also you can change here now the inside sill, maybe a little bit. And yeah, you have now the corner window. The next thing I implemented was the window front. So the new front window. So when we head over to Cinema 4D, as we can see here, the new window is here, front. So it's basically a simple rectangle window. If you need maybe a shopping front or just a little glass front with a small frame and with a lot of window segments, this is the window you should choose here. So it's simply, if you need maybe a 2 meters in height and maybe you want a shopping front with 5 meters or something. Yeah. And then you can simply here set the segments, as many segments as it makes sense here. And you can give it maybe a few segments. You can reduce a little bit the frame so that it looks a little bit more business frame. And as you can see, the windows are not openable, so they are just here with this fixed frame. And you can give them bars as well, so that it looks cool. And yeah, you can also here create a bool and drag this bool here inside this thing here. As a bad example here, so let's reduce a little bit here. Let's make it 4 meters. And yeah, create now the bool. And now you can also here use here the offset a little bit. As you can see here, so we have a very quick shopping front here. So with a lot of segments or maybe less segments. So you can make here a little glass front or something. The next thing I implemented here was the new external blinds here, so the outdoor blinds. So let's have a look to the rectangle window, and I simply create here quickly this one here. Have here a window, and I simply create snap it here to this corner, maybe like this, and create a bool to see it better. And I make a little offset here, maybe 5 centimeters. And also create here a sill. And yes, I want now a add here. So if the blinds are available for the window type, you can see it here. If it's not available, so maybe for the round windows, you can see it, they disappear here. So yeah, okay. Now I simply go here and check here the blinds on off. As you can see, it creates here blinds. So let's give it here the material. So you can see a lot more materials tags are texture tags are created here. So this is the frame, this is the glass, the bars, the handle, the sill, and here are the blinds material. So it gets its own material here. Then here are the balcone 2, and the flaps. So here we need blinds. I give the blinds now different material here. And here I give it the glass material, also the handle, yeah, and so forth. As you can see, rear blinds are created now. We have 2 different methods for the blinds. So if you offset the window, so you can see the blinds are going with this thing here. So you can also offset the blinds itself a little bit. Sometimes they are not exactly on the surface of the window. Sometimes they are a little bit further and they are here attached to the wall. So this is also possible. But for now I let it here. And here's the offset, 5 centimeters maybe. So you can see the blinds are now attached to the window surface here. So this is the first method. You can change here the depth of this box here, and also the height and the offset. And the second method is the outside. So the blinds are attached onto the wall, to the outside of the wall. So you can see here, and the offset has now no longer impact to this blind. So they are exactly attached on the wall. You can see here. Yeah. So these are for the outside blinds. And the cool thing is also you can also close the blinds, of course. So you can see here, you can close them, and you have here real blinds now for your window. Yeah. So the blinds are working a little bit different here, maybe for the corner window as well. When we change it here to corner and we snap it here, and I create here quickly a bool and to the corner. As you can see here, two different blinds are created here, and they are also attached to the window, as you can see here. When you have here an offset parameter, when you adjust here the offset. And if you say here outside, so they are glued on the outside, but as you can see here, the rails go a little further down, because otherwise they can't be attached to the wall. So they have to go a little bit further. So then it looks like this if they are outside. For the window type trapezoidal, as you can see, just the outside blinds type works here. The inner right doesn't work here because just outside is working here. So the next functionality is the new French balcony. I implemented a French balcony. Let's head over to Cinema 4D. So I create here a bool object and drag it here into this null object and give it a little bit of offset here, 5 centimeters, and also sill. So this is now a window, maybe a very high window here, and I want here now a French balcony. Click it. As you can see, it creates here a French balcony, and I also give it here so this is here the material balcony. So it has to be called balcony here. The name balcony, lowercase, uppercase, doesn't work. So it doesn't matter. So here the balcony, the first balcony texture tag is for this first balcony type, and the second balcony 2 is for the second type. The second type has also a glass front, so you can give it a separate material here. So I give here balcony, maybe give here you can see you can give it here the material, and also here all the attachments here. You are able to French balcony, you are able to change here the width, and it's also changing here this steps here. So you can see here, this doesn't make much sense here. So 0 is exact here to the window. So you can adjust this width here and also the height. So the height is here 5 centimeters. Oops, 5 here. This height is exact here to this edge here of this thing. So it's 5 centimeters from the bottom, and also 75 centimeters. This is the complete height here. So if you adjust this height, so if you change here the position, of course you have to add this parameter, this value to this value to get this height here. So yeah, let it 0, so it's the best thing here. So you can change a little bit the height, and maybe here. So I think a parapet height of 80 is here good for this window type. So this is this, and also there is another balcony type here. This is this one, and as you can see, it has an extra glass front. You can give it its separate material here. So basically it should be glass, otherwise you can't see here the window. And these are the two balcony types I implemented. Maybe in future updates I will implement add another type or something. Yeah, but for the moment this is enough for that. So, and the last thing I implemented here was the window flaps, or the window flaps. And of course I have to say, if the balcony type is just available for a few windows, not for all windows. So if it is available, you can see it, otherwise it disappears. Okay, the new window flaps, let's head over to Cinema 4D here, and I create here quickly a bool and add it here, and also a little bit of offset, 5 centimeters. And now I create here, as you can see here the window flaps. If you click it, so you can see it creates here window flaps. So the higher the window, the more flaps, of course. So as you can see, you can change here the window width and the window height. So it's also, yeah, but for the moment this is enough here. And what you can do, by default they are open, and what you can do, you can also close them, as you can see here. So it looks like that. So these are the window flaps. And also the last texture tag is for the flaps. You can give it its own material. Maybe you give it here a red one. And yeah, you have here the window flaps here. So these are all the new functionalities I implemented here. This was a lot of work, and yeah, I hope you had fun, and see you later.